Congratulations on BAFTAs and success and the movie and everything else. How excited were you when you found out all of this amazing stuff was happening?
Well, it's been quite a ride, since Venice and Telluride and Toronto, and then, Critics' Choice and Golden Globes and everything. So it's been a great ride, and it's an honor. I mean, it's a esteemed organization, BAFTA. So, we're honored, and it's nice to be the nomination leader, and we're excited about tonight.
The film has had so many great reviews, but also, audiences have reacted in such an amazing way. It must, for you as a producer, it must be so touching that so many people have taken so much away from it so far. And it has only just opened in the UK as well.
Yeah, it's very gratifying to have, people see the film and it resonates with them. They're talking about it. They're thinking about the next day. They understand what Guillermo was going for, the ideas behind it and, all the metaphor, especially with everything that's going on right now. It's especially important time for, the things that we try to get across with the film.
What is it about Guillermo that you think makes him so special? Because his films, he has such a unique sensibility.
Well, he's a visionary. He is able to sort of work things in, like this film's a fairy tale, in a way, even though it's set in 1962, it's really about what's going on today. So I think it's the layers of metaphor and allegory, and also he's an incredible visualist. Every frame of his movies is a beautiful painting, and nothing is arbitrary. So it's just an honor to be able to sort of work on something like that and be able to, get in depth and into his head.
A lot of the actors have been obviously put up for awards as well. But I wanted to ask you about Doug Jones's performance, because he's kind of so fantastic in the movie, but obviously slightly forgotten in many ways. What was it about his performance that you think made the film so special?
Well, typically Doug, who's been in many of Guillermo's films, he's a monster or he's a scary creature, but in this, he's a romantic leading man. So, he's got to be sexy and he's got to be lovable and kissable. He's got to be relatable, as a monster. Guillermo's feeling is always that the monster is really of the misunderstood part of ourselves. And in Doug's case, again, he and Sally, the two characters who don't speak a word in the film, communicate better than anyone else in the movie. So, Doug, you needed a real actor to play this part, just in terms of every little move that he makes, every movement, every gesture, and Doug is really the best at that. So it's true, he is unheralded because he spends a lot of time behind makeup, but we've made sure that people understand how important he is to the film.
And for you, next to the producer, are you working with Guillermo again, or are you going off to do your own projects after this?
Well, a little of both. Actually, I've got a project with Nira Park, who's a well-known British producer. We did Scott Pilgrim versus the World together with Edgar Wright. Edgar actually introduced Guillermo and I. So Guillermo and I have a couple of films together. I've got some stuff on my own, and we've got this project with Nira and some British folks.
I really wish there was a Scott Pilgrim sequel, personally, but hey, maybe one day.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.